Let's talk about memory loss. I don't know, I've been thinking about wanting to talk about this for a long time because I deal with memory loss all the time. And every time I start thinking about it, I think I want to record this so maybe it can help my remembering. That's really why I wanted to put my videos on YouTube. I know I could just store them for myself, but I figured there could be somebody else that maybe needed help with like memory loss and stuff like that too. But anyway, let's talk about it. So I started having memory loss problems after I broke my neck. Before that, I just drank a lot. And I don't know if people realize how much you rely on your memory for things just in daily tasks. Like, it's very frustrating to get up and have no kind of routine set. I have a calendar in my phone, I have notes. I write myself notes and put them all over the place. So those are just some things I do to try to keep myself in a routine. That doesn't always work out perfectly because I'll forget to set the routine. But it's like right now with my floors being damaged, and it's been almost 2 weeks since I've started to figure out, like, are they pulling it out? Are they putting new stuff in? Like, that threw off my routine so much that it's hard for me to remember to do the things I need to be doing. I mean, I listen to a whole lot of motivational stuff, so I mean, that kind of helps me. Listening to that when I'm working reminds me to get my own stuff set up, if that makes sense, as soon as I'm off work. Do I always remember that? No. Usually I'll go home and I'll forget. But anyway, so when I broke my neck, I was seeing a neurologist because I really wasn't remembering like anything. Not like amnesia worthy, but like just tasks, things I needed to do, like, but still stuff to like help you actually function in life. And so now I've kind of like created my own little version of trying to make it happen. I don't know if maybe there's some way I could go through a doctor and get like somebody that can like assist me, but I don't know. All I know is that it's so frustrating when you're thrown out of your routine and you're trying to get back into it when you have memory loss, because you'll forget to put yourself back in. And then suddenly it's like weeks later and you're like, oh my God, it's June. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of people are like, haha, yeah, you just have bad memory. And it's really not just that. It's like, I've had bad memory before, you know, like being a kid, you have bad memory. But being an adult and having this kind of bad memory where like, sometimes you can't even remember what you're supposed to do for the day. You miss appointments constantly. You get charged late things or no shows. Like, it's a really big pain in the butt. I write a lot of stuff down on my calendar on my phone though, so that helps. And I set all kinds of alarms, but it's like remembering to put it in my calendar that I forget. So, I don't know. All I know is there has to be other people out there that's like this, and maybe you guys have some suggestions too. But so I'm going through Starbucks because I want to try this caramel cloud macchiato. Oops, what the heck? We'll see how it is. And I'm going home to make breakfast for my kids. But anyway, memory loss. Anybody that knows me knows that I get super frustrated, but at the same time, I still don't tell everybody everything. So I figure if I talk about it, post it, I'll remember to keep talking about it, I guess. I just don't like when I feel like people get frustrated with me, because I'm like, if I could literally remember, I don't like being yelled at, you know? Or like I get anxious because I'm scared I'm gonna forget things, and then I do forget things and it makes me more anxious. So, I don't know. I broke my neck in 2013, so it's been, what, 7 years? And, like, I have an okay system, and it's gradually getting better the more that I, like, try to learn. That's another thing, too, when you have memory loss. I use learning as a tool, and I basically, I'm constantly, like, listening or watching something to try and learn something about anything. It could be anything. And then I try to remember it. So I've read this thing before where it's like, if you say something this many times in your head and then say it again this many times or whatever, like eventually you remember it. So I think I say things over and 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 over in my head. So that way I'll try not to forget it. And sometimes I do and sometimes I remember it. But I think learning has been helpful because then I don't feel so stupid, I guess. I don't know. It just is what it is, I guess. But I would take any tips because I definitely want to keep improving. And I want to be, I will be a successful person. So it's just a matter of like figuring out the small details of how I have to do it. I think, here we go.
Morning.
Morning, you said 5:30, right?
5:30, yeah,
Cool.
that's right. Oh, look at you. All right. There you go.
Cool, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Alright, here it is. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to stir this, right? It's kind of just like whipped cream. I know it has egg in it. Caramel cloud macchiato. But yeah, I figure a lot of people probably vlog so they don't forget their lives. Maybe. There has to be somebody out there that does that. You wanna mix it? It is good though. You see it's starting to go up. I like that they don't have straws. Cool. Because I definitely always forget to bring my my metal straw with me. I got an orange Jeffree Star one. So I guess for today, I want to go home and plan. That was another reason I remember recording this, because I figured this would maybe remind me to go home and set a plan. I can't keep not setting a plan. It's driving me insane. Plus, I'm so disappointed in the whole world right now. Like, there's just so many things going on in the world. On top of the fact of, like, my own personal stuff where I feel like I'm very unheard or unimportant. And it sucks because when you're in the middle of, like, trying to improve yourself and you're trying to, like, do better and you're trying to, like, I don't know, set yourself on the right path, it's just frustrating when it's like, okay, what's the next dumb, bad thing that's gonna happen? Because there's gonna be something. There's always something. Always. And I hate being like that. But even like, okay, here's an example. I have Ring for my doorbell, and it's called Neighborhood, where like everybody in your neighborhood, you get assigned like a number, and then you can talk amongst each other. And people are just so mean to each other on there, where it's like possible heard gunshots, and then somebody will come on and be like, it was fireworks, you're an idiot. And And then they'll say something back, and then somebody else will say something. And then there's somebody like me that jumps in and is just like, what? Why are people, because you're assigned a number, you don't have a profile picture and a name, nobody knows who you are, where you live. Why are people being so mean to each other? Like, I know everybody in the world is stressed out right now. So am I. I don't know. Then throw some memory loss on there too. Like, I have to use people to be like, hey, can you please remind me this or that? Because I know I'll forget. As soon as they tell me, I'll forget. So stupid. Then on top of it, then people want to be mean to each other. So then I feel like I never want to be a nuisance to other people because other people are always mean to other people. Like, not that like when I would ask a person that was like mean to me. What I'm saying is like they have to deal with mean people also. So I don't want to like stress somebody out more than they're already going to get stressed out because people are jerks. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. But since my gym opened back up, I hope that's going to set me also on a good routine. Maybe help me out with my memory. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to go in here though, and I'm going to make breakfast for my children. And I know I have to work today because it's Sunday. That's about as far as I've gotten. So let's see if maybe the next video I'll have at least some sort of organization. Maybe this video will help me do that. So I guess we'll see. Bye.